Welcome to Bonding Over Bourbon. I'm Chris.
And I'm Kat.
And in a market that feels like it's caught in a tailspin, today we're going to be talking about 6 different bottles that feel like really good value that you should be hunting for.
And while it's sad to see a lot of these distilleries closing their doors or downscaling internationally, the one silver lining is that the value is passed on to the bourbon shoppers, which is us.
Yeah, some of these bottles previously were pretty high in price point, but since scaling down or ending distribution on some of their bigger ticket items, you see a substantial discount, and it's honestly something that we're always looking for. So that way we don't have to really, sacrifice quality for the sake of quantity.
Definitely. Should we get into it?
Yeah.
All right. First up is going to be Wheel Horse. Go ahead, Chris.
So this is a brand that we've been obsessed with for the last year. They make multiple different expressions. This specific one is the cigar blend. So this is 4-year Green River distillate coming out of Owensboro, Kentucky. It is 101 proof, so it's kind of that sweet spot for quality, at least for the bigger proof hounds like we are. It is port, cognac, sherry, and Armagnac finished. It is honestly very good for $30 to $35. If you're looking to scratch the itch of a cigar blend, you're not going to get the same leathery notes as you might get from like a Joseph Magnus or like some of the old oak releases where they're like incredibly in your face, but it's honestly very solid.
Yeah. And if you want something that's like a little lower in price, but you don't want to pay something like $60 to $200, this is something that you could have every time you want a cigar.
Yeah, and it doesn't stop there. They also have a double oak, a toasted barrel. They have a rum barrel finish, and probably some other ones that we don't even know about yet.
I'm sure. We have to check their website.
Yeah, definitely worth putting on your shelf.
So next up is Cedar Ridge. We picked this one up. It's going to be the barrel proof. This one is really delicious at 116 proof. It is a blend of 3 to 4 year barrels. And the mash bill is, I love the transparency on this bottle as well.
It's awesome.
It is 74% Iowa corn, 14% rye, and 12% two-row malted barley. This one, I would say, if you wanted stag, but you can't find a stag.
But you also enjoy the flavors of like Old Forester and Brown Forman with like the banana kind of Laffy Taffy notes. Like this is perfect harmony.
Yeah. And this one is $35.
$35.
It's a steal. Honestly, I like the peppery notes. I like the little bit of red berry. You said you get a little like Laffy Taffy on it.
Banana Laffy Taffy.
Yeah.
It's honestly very good. We dragged our feet on it for quite a while just because it's so easy to get distracted by like the higher chase bottles, the things you can't really get. So we're starting to kind of invert that and look at bottles that we've overlooked that have been sitting on the shelves that deserve a place in your home.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
This is definitely one of them.
Next up is going to be the Distance Puncher's Chance. Take it away, Chris.
So this is one of our biggest discount items on this list. This is a 12-year Cabernet Sauvignon finish. We're not the biggest on like wine barrel finishes.
Take it or leave it.
Yeah, we've had more disappointing ones than we've had ones that we really enjoy, but it is 96 proof. It is also coming out of Harrodsburg, Kentucky. It is substantially discounted right now. Normally $140. Right now, most of the stores around us are selling it for like $35 to $40.
Yeah, I saw it all the way up to $60, but if you go into smaller liquor stores or like independents, you could definitely get a nice discount on this.
Yeah, absolutely. And the discount is because it's an end of distribution. We have mentioned this on some of our bottle hauls and probably even on our lives before, but it is really good value. For 12 years, you're getting a really good level of quality. Every single bottle share that we bring this to, it is a hit. People are really surprised by it. And honestly, you should give it a puncher's chance.
Oh boy. Okay, next up is going to be Casey Jones. This is actually our second bottle of Casey Jones, and they come out of, let's just double check, I can't read.
Hopkinsville.
Oh, Hopkinsville. So this is their straight bourbon. This one is our second expression. Before we had the cane and corn mash, which is equally as delicious.
Crazy good.
It is crazy good.
And it's also a barrel cut.
It is a barrel cut. This one is also 112 proof. And for only being 2.9 years old,
which blew our mind.
I would not expect that at all.
No, this tastes closer to like a 6-year-old whiskey than it does a 2.9 year.
Yeah. And I love the notes similar to 1910 from Old Forester, the like toasted marshmallow. I get a little like expression of orange on here as well. Just
a little bit. I mean, I think we paid what, $40 for this at already like a $10 to $20 discount depending on your market for the Old Forester like Whiskey Row 1910 release. It's really good value. I don't know why more people aren't talking about this. It is phenomenal. I think that this is going to be one of the next sleeper brands in the country within like the next 5 years.
Oh, I'm stocking up already. I have cases and cases.
Back to Iris. Let's go.
This brand we got introduced to this year as well. I loved their beers beforehand, but their whiskey just blew our minds. This is going to be Dragon's Milk Origin, and I would say any of the expressions you can get your hands on are worthwhile.
Yeah, absolutely. There's not a lot of transparency behind how they're making it or what their mash bill looks like, but the one thing that we can more than definitely figure out is the yeast strain has to be the same kind of across the board. They have like an underlying tropical fruit note, whether you're looking for guava, papaya,
passion
fruit. Yeah. And then occasionally there's like stone fruit notes like cherry. And I think we even had like a almost pear-like flavor.
Or I would say like a honey melon.
Yeah, honey melon.
Yeah.
Yeah, so really good quality. Honestly, they're pretty amazing.
Very unique.
Yeah, some of these are exclusive to Michigan, and this is coming out of Holland, Michigan. When they do drops, like people line up for it. They're making really good stuff. They're doing a lot of collaborations. This is their bonded, which I think was $60 if I remember correctly. But their small batch is about $40 to $50. It's really, really good value.
I know. We keep buying. Like, this is one that we just keep buying over and over. And I have to stop myself from opening all of these bottles.
Yeah, very, very unique flavor. If you're looking for something that is as far away from bourbon as possible, but still having the same kind of backbone and characteristics, it's one that if you can find it in your market, without question, buy it.
Yeah, absolutely. And then our last one is going to be coming out of South Carolina.
Charlotte.
Yeah, Charlotte.
Charlotte, yeah. Sorry, I almost said Charlotte.
No, sorry. Charleston.
There we go.
We can say words.
Yeah.
We actually have been a fan of Highwire Distilling ever since we tried them at the World of Whiskey event, and we tried their port finish rye. Oh my god.
Yeah, the Revival Rye. The brand itself is really good. Not all of these are going to feel like really good value at first. Some of them are like $60, $80. The reason why we chose this one is because it is normally $130. Right now, it's dropped down to $100. Yeah. I mean, it's a beautiful collector's piece. I love a bottle that has like a little finger hole in it because it makes it a little bit easier to pour.
Yeah, I'm keeping this bottle afterwards too.
Absolutely. But already $30 off. It is a wheated red corn bourbon. It is 107 proof and it's aged 7 years. It's also non-chill filtered. So for those of you that are already in the know, this has a lot of characteristics of Weller Antique. So if you can't find it in your market, but you're willing to spend what is
a little more,
what's kind of seen as like the standard price for off-market Weller, it's really, really good. I think we've described it as like Buffalo Trace meets Weller Antique. You get like a little bit of cinnamon. You get like the softer wheat notes.
Yeah.
It's super impressive.
You get a little hug. It definitely is something that you want to drink in the winter and enjoy. I think this would open up really well on like an ice cube too, which I know is like hard
sell for some.
Yeah, hard sell for some people, but I think this would be delicious on ice.
Honestly, I think even in the summer, if we're doing like some grilling or something like that, I think that this would be like a really good thing to just kind of have out, especially with how hefty it is. Like you don't have to worry about it like
dropping.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know.
I don't encourage you to drop it, but I will say that it is very, very hefty and substantial. Like it is a nice quality bottle. It's something that we're going to keep on our shelves. We've been eyeing for a year.
Oh gosh, yeah.
And as soon as it fell below the normal price of $130, we were like, all right, let's give it a shot. So a little pricier for sure, a little bit more of a splurge, but honestly, it's pretty solid.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think these things are such staples on our shelves. I hope that you buy at least one and try them out because they are so unique from each other. And at the value, you just can't beat it.
Yeah, especially kind of scaling up in price point. Depending on what your budget looks like, you could grab a couple of these or all of these all at once. Or, I mean, honestly, if you can find them for pours at a bar, give them a try first and then see if they're worthy of ending up on your shelf. So thank you so much for watching this video. We really appreciate it. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked the content. Comment below to let us know which one looks the most interesting to you, or if you've tried any of these and you like or dislike them.
Yeah, and put on that notification as well so that when new videos pop up, you'll be first to know. Yeah,
and we're going to continue to try to find the best bottles on the market for the value. Soon we're going to release a video for our bottles that we're not buying anymore.
Yep.
And then we're just going to try to find the most underrated whiskeys in the entire US. So thank you so much to everyone and to all of our Patreons who help make this channel possible. And we will see you next time.
Cheers.